Welcome to EIP Editing Office Hour 4. Thank you for joining us today. I have shared agenda in chat and it contains a list of proposals, pull requests, which are into different statuses and are requesting EIP editor to be moving into the next status. So Sam, maybe you can screen share and we can talk about it. We have got 2 proposals in final and 4 in last call, followed by review and draft. Over to you now.
Sounds good. Let me just share my screen here and there we go. I think. All right. So if it's all the same with everybody here, if I'd like to start with people's proposals that are on the call. So I know the author for 5528 is here, so we can take a look at this one. All right, well, that's a nice, easy change. Let's just give it a good once over and then, yeah. Okay, fungible token. Okay, so let's see if there are any open discussions on your discussion thread.
Harry, I see you unmuted, but unfortunately, we are not able to hear anything from your end. So if your microphone is working fine, fair enough. If not, then you can make help of chat box here. Just for people to know, Harry is the author representing EIP 5528 here.
My microphone is fine. So if you have any question, let me know.
Awesome. Thank you.
A lot of comments on here. This is actually quite impressive.
Yeah, we also surprised that this is a very hot topic this much.
Yeah. Doesn't look like there's any open discussion threads on here so far, so that's good. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Script contract. Yeah, I mean, I think the discussion seems reasonably summed up, so good. Moving to final, required, okay. Not shut down, EIP 20. There's no way to get it back to the cryptocurrency that has already been paid. So this sentence here, this is saying that there's no way to return money to somebody, or
It means return automatically through the smart contract, similar like escrow services in the real world.
Yeah, okay. So I will probably recommend that you reword that a little bit. I know it's already in final, or it's going to final, but due to the nature of cryptocurrencies that guarantee anonymity, there is no way to get it back to the cryptocurrency that has already been paid. Yes, it'd be like there's no way to return cryptocurrency that has already been paid. That I think would be a little bit more clear.
Yeah, if the receiver doesn't send manually by himself or herself, it cannot be got back. So we're trying to have a set up like an escrow like a services. Then there is another virtual wallet, And if each party is put their tokens, and once it's completed, and they will get it. Once it's not completed, and it will return back automatically to the original wallet.
Right. I've actually played around with some escrow stuff, so it's nice to see that you're making a standard for it. Solid escrow period. Okay. All right, so I do have probably some more in-depth comments for this, so I will take this one offline and I will make a pull request for you. But I'll have to do that off the call because, well, it's just a little bit more difficult to, like, I can't comment directly on the PR, so it's kind of annoying to do it on this call, but I'll give you some feedback and I'll get back to you.
That'll be good.
Yep. All right. So, do we have any other authors on the call that would like to talk?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So yes, we do. We have an author from the last call, that is 5496, and then we will move on to the other proposals. But just to let you know, we have one more proposal in final. We can come back on it whenever you want.
Yeah. Okay. That's 2612.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
5496. We have a authors or the team on the call, and the proposal is listed to be moved to the last call.
Perfect. So let's see what do we have on here. 5. Okay. All right, let's take a look. This EIP defines provide shareable multi-privileges for NFTs. So what is a shareable multi-privilege?
Hey Sam, this is Felix. This is the extension to 721, which allows the NFTs to the business owners or projects to grant privileges or perks to NFT holders. So the NFTs, they have an extension to manage all the the privileges, also what we call perks, for them. And also we have another extension of this, which is make this privilege shareable, meaning it can be shared, if it is non-shareable, by default it's non-shareable. If I have this privilege and I transfer to you, then I don't have it, you have it. So
okay.
But if it is shareable, I can share with you, you have it and I have it. We both will have it. So this is the shareable will be, I think we believe that it's be extremely helpful for the marketing, especially for all the the coupons, everything, you can share with your friends and everyone can get it. Or we can, what we see in the Web3 market, in this industry, we can do the the airdrop news, you can share with anyone else, you can also get that.
Okay, so this proposal is explaining what privileges are and how to encode them on chain, or
this would allow you to have the privileges, to manage the privileges a little bit, but how to define the privileges up to the grantor of the the business, the privilege.
To provide some more update on this particular proposal, we have recorded a PEEP and EIP episode that we released just today. On a higher level, this is a standard proposed. They are not defining what kind of privilege you want to provide, but in the recording, we can follow the examples of projects which may be able to use this proposal, implement this proposal. We have also included a demo version of it, how to actually implement this proposal for any new project implementer who would be interested in implementing this proposal.
Yeah, Thanks for Pooja's help. This we just like think we can bring in like new like usage or adoption to crypto and also to NFTs. So basically, we will help the like bring more utilities to NFTs right now, to expand like how NFTs are like used, and also how to for people to use them in real life.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm writing here and what I'm going to say now is, what is the advantage of using this privilege standard as opposed to say like fractional NFTs or 1155 with like sub NFTs to represent privileges? So why represent a privilege as something other than ownership of an NFT?
Oh, it's because different privileges, they're not the same. Like, let's say, several examples. Let's say, like the pizza shop, like give all the like the DeFi holders. Let's say it's a DeFi users, like a 5%, like the 5% coupon on like for their like next purchase. That's a one privilege that you can have, or
Right.
you can have like the privilege to like United Airlines. They want to give the punks like the special access to their launch, basically. So these two like privileges itself, they're like non-fungible. The self that is like there's not the similar to one another. But it's, and also these right now, like 721, if you in order to have for you to fulfill this privilege, you need to have the like ownership. You have to own it to own an NFT, right? But for this 15496, like for it gives you interface for owners to manage all the privileges. But if you don't want to use it, you can like transfer to others to use it. Like in other words, the users of the privilege, they don't have to earn, and they do not have to own the NFTs. And also the owner of the NFTs, when they want to transfer the privilege to others, and they do not need to transfer the NFT itself to others.
Right. So I guess the specific question I'm asking is, let's say you own a punk, like a crypto punk, and an airline is giving you a boarding discount or like a priority boarding or something, right? Why represent that privilege with 5496 instead of as its own NFT? And I think that would be useful to put in your motivation section.
Oh yeah. Like to answer this, like this one would be a privilege, but in the meantime, you will have other privileges, right? Like itself, like if you want to use that like itself, like if it's only single privilege, that 1155 was like will do the trigger. But if we have multiple privileges, like we want to, like people want to manage separately, like different airlines, let's say like United, like or like Delta will give you the same thing, but you only used it like United, you don't use Delta. So what do you do right now? Like there's no way, like if you want to give it to others, you need to give the ownership to others, right? But
you'd give the ownership of the privilege NFT. So like, let's say you own a punk and United and Delta and Air Canada or whatever, they all give you a special NFT representing the privilege to board early, and they give it to you because you have a CryptoPunk, and now you have these NFTs, and if you don't want to use one of them, you can just send the NFT to somebody else. So like, I just want you to clear up in your motivation why you would want to use 5496 over a another NFT standard to represent their privileges.
Yeah, like different airlines, if they want to tie their privileges to an NFT holder, they cannot directly send NFTs to like punk holder, because
why not?
Because they can do that, because but as let's say I'm a punk holder, like
Mhm.
I got all their air jobs from the airlines. Then I transfer like my I sell my punk. Then right
Yes.
now I'm not the punk holder any longer, but still I have this like all the privileges from other airlines because I already got the NFT air job.
Right.
Right. So these are like privileges that are not linked to real time. These are like just like based on the history of that. Like, well, but using 5496, like this will allows you to check the real time ownership of the NFTs.
Okay. And that's better than just having like a revoke function on the privilege NFT where the punk owner can take back their privileges.
Yeah, they can do that, but they cannot like do like to send the to the new owner, right? Like
Right.
you need to do like another time, like because I sold like my punk to you, let's say, right? So like you will not automatically get the air job from the airlines.
Right. Right.
So this is a tie like the ownership, like the real-time ownership to all the privilege, like just to make sure like this is the real like privilege attached to the NFT holders.
Where is
Not sure if I make it clear.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's just
Okay,
it's
thank you,
good
Sam.
content to put in the EIP itself.
Oh, okay, yeah, we will put that into that. Okay, yeah, we'll make note. Thank you, Sam, for the feedback.
I swear there was a button that let you hide conversations. Where the hell did that go? I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Sam,
Okay.
just a minute. On the screen, can you
Mhm.
scroll back? Yeah. I see the status from draft to last call. This should
Oh
be
yeah.
to
Yeah, this
review.
needs to go into review. Good
No,
catch.
like we are from a review to last call, actually.
Then this must be an older version of the proposal. I mean, the branch that you're using.
Yeah, right now it's already under review.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you might want to check this one, like why is it showing review status? Maybe an older version or yeah, rebasing is needed there.
Okay, sure. Sure, we'll do that.
Okay. Okay. So
A time.
Yep, I think it's just something you have to put in the EIP.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Sure.
check for privileges.
Like because this also like the expiration also protects the privilege holder. Like if I purchased a privilege, right? And if the owner like decides to transfer the NFT to others, then like then the privilege was self it disappears. So like we won't allow the owner to transfer until all the like
privileges have expired.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that written in the EIP somewhere?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Does it say that? Where does it say that?
It's in the, I think it's in this like test, like samples, like tests.
Okay, so it should be, if there is a rule, it should be written in the EIP itself, and like not just in the tests.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
we will do that. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. So. Oh, is privilege expires supposed to be like the expiry date of
Yes.
okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right now it sounds like it returns a Boolean, but it doesn't return a Boolean. It returns like the actual timestamp. So I think that's, yeah.
Yeah. In my review comments, I also asked for specifying what what specifically the format of the time is.
Mhm.
Either it's a timestamp or it is a block number. Yeah, the suggestion is editorially to make sure it's not ambiguous, set right in every single place of that parameters comment to just to show what it is. Yeah, what format it is.
Thank you, Victor.
Yeah. So another note here is that you shouldn't be referring to your own EIP in backticks unless it's you're referring to a specific interface. So here your
Okay.
interface is IERC 5496. So if you're referring to the interface, it should be IERC 5496. And if it's if you're referring to the proposal itself, you should just say this standard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I do that? I don't even know. No. Okay. Okay. Privilege transferred. Okay. Line transfer privilege is called. Is there a, is that clonable that's defined in?
It's clonable is in the extension. We also have the like
Okay. Privilege assigned, privilege transfer.
Actually, we use set privilege instead we using transfer privilege. That means that function that have two, let's say, two purpose. The one for let's say privilege assigned. Another actually is for why we call set, because for example, if the owner of that privilege wants to transfer his privilege to another users, right? We call set. That means we change the hold of the privilege to another one. So that's we still use the set privilege, that function.
Sorry, I can only kind of hear you. You're kind of fading in and out.
Okay, yeah, it's just like set and like privilege user, like that the interface that will do the same purpose. Like I think like we have the set interface.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Great. Maybe.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, on line 65 here, you say, like, when transfer privilege is called, but transfer privilege isn't defined in an interface. So you probably mean to use set privilege, I think. I'm not sure.
Yes, that's what I mean. We use set privilege this function instead of using transfer privilege. Because
Yeah. Yes.
that
Yeah,
function have
we
two
need to
purposes.
change.
One, assign and privilege assign. You can set users, you can set the expired, right? Another for transfer, because actually the transfer is you set another user instead of yourself, right? There's a hold of the privilege you assign to another user. That's still mean as the set. That's we use the same function to do the transfer.
All right, yeah, so you just need to reword that line so that it makes sense. Because right now, because it's in backticks, it looks like you're referring to a specific function, when I think you're talking more generally, like whenever the privilege is transferred, you have to omit that event, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like so anything that's in your assets directory is not like it's official, obviously, but it's not as official as what's in the EIP itself. So if you want transfer privilege to exist, it needs to be in your EIP somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Yeah, we'll change that.
What else? Maximum privilege number before setting any privilege. Privilege ID must not be greater than the maximum privilege number. Okay. Let's see. So what else do we have? Okay. When clone privilege is called. Okay. All records it's okay. So this okay. Shareable privileges. That should probably have a capital P on it. Okay. The number of privilege holders limited by the number of entities. A privilege is a non-shareable. A shareable privilege means the original privilege holder can copy the privilege and give it to others. There. Not transferring. This can just be them. Okay. Yeah, it seems reasonable. Um, test cases, good. Good. Reference implementation is CC0, perfect. Okay, good. And we can look down here, privilege assigned. So we got rid of privilege transfer here. But it's still up here.
Transfer should be removed. I think we use a different branch of local. I will update that one. Actually, our latest version, we have already removed that transfer provision. That event. Only 2 events and 3 functions in our interface.
Okay. All right, so that seems like, I think, all of my comments. So
Thank you.
yeah, hopefully that helps. And yeah, feel free to ping me if I take a while to get back to you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
And the next proposal that we have author on call moving into last call is EIP 5750. And the pull request number is 5785.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, this one was moved to review. And then all other move to last call is mine. So you can start from another one, I think. Oh yeah, but this one is it's straightforward. So if it's okay, I think moving it to review is fine. Basically, what it does recognizes the last data, the last dynamic size data as a parameter for extending behavior. And therefore, we can use like commit. We could use it for commit review review function, and we can also use it for endorsement.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is already widely adopted as a behavior. We have seen this in EIP ERC 721. We have seen it in ERC 1155. We have seen it in other few. I list a few things that says the EIP, other EIPs already have been kind of putting it into practice. It's just that there's no one recognizing it as a standard behavior. So I like to recognize it as a standard behavior so that in future EIPs, this behavior can be recognized and can be called out. Like I plan to say the commit review function EIPs requires this. So that is the intention behind the scene. I think it's pretty straightforward because it's already being adopted. Yeah,
Okay.
sort of.
Yeah, yeah. I'm always really bad at rating. It's always easier to criticize a description than it is to come up with a good one.
Yeah. You see, I have 20 commits just to change the title.
Yep. I love bike shedding. It's my favorite thing. Okay, this EIP defines extra data parameter methods. Okay. Let's see. This EIP. So okay, so the first question I have to ask is, why does this need a standard? So I'm going to read your motivation, and hopefully that's going to explain it to me. But you learn system method interface, existing EIPs that have explored method. Okay. Okay, so I think the first criticism here is I don't think your motivation makes the case for why we need an EIP to describe this behavior as opposed to just whatever people make like ERC 1155 standard that they just add this method on. So why does this EIP need to exist?
That's a very good question. I will add it to my motivation. I think
Perfect.
the comparison is just the alternative is that either you use a different a data that is in different place, and for example, different order in different part of the function call, identify that for extending behavior, or you create new method, for example, like the one that I'm debating with Francis. There is a 2612 that was going to final, right? And then that creates separate permit functions just for adding that permit behavior. A lot of things actually is directly tied to access control, privacy of a given function, which is general applying to all functions. Instead of adding new method every time in each use cases, having one extending extra data parameter makes it interoperable. Also, you can imagine a method calling another method with additional data. They can nest the data into it. They kind of have a consensus of where the data will be, where the method will be accessed from. So basically, it's a general behavior extension without changing a lot. It directly compatible with a lot of existing EIPs, and it allow EIPs to interoperate with each other without changing their method. Yeah, I need to make more case to that.
Yeah.
Good feedback. Thanks. Yeah. But does it make sense for what I explained?
I think so. I think the really fine detail that you need to capture in the EIP is going to be why, like, I think that, generally speaking, it's a very good idea to have this extra parameter. Like 1155 in its like callback functions has it, and it's great. I think you just need to make the case for why that pattern needs a standard, as opposed to why you should have a bytes field at the end of your function.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty much the only feedback I have for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's literally the only thing I need to say about this one, is that you just really need to justify why this EIP needs to exist. And right now I'm unconvinced, so yeah.
Sure. Yeah. We will see more adoptions as you can see it. I've seen new interface being proposed without that extra data, and then a few other EIPs would not be able to depend on that.
Yeah, so I think it would just like, it would have to be like when you see that in an EIP, you need to tell people, hey, have you thought about putting an extra data field on here?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. So, and then I
Yeah.
want to point them to this EIP.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So where are we going next here? So that was to...
Yeah. So we have two more proposals by same author in review, EIP 2294 and EIP 5615.
So
Yeah, do you want to do review or first, or do you want to do last call first?
Yeah, that's a call we should take now. We have only 20 minutes.
Yep, just somebody tell me which one to click on. I have no preference.
Okay. Yeah, can I do a token minting and burning? The EIP 5679.
All right.
Yep. Alrighty. The general concept is that there's the lack of existence of standard token minting and burning, but actually there are a lot of tokens already have them. For example, OpenZapling have them.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I think it's gonna be good that had to have a standard, so people start to have a very standard way for creating minting and burning, and then they can be integrated with applications and cross smart contract calls. I have a long thread returned on the Ethereum the discussion thread if you want to read, but that if any question comes up with why this needs a motivation, then I think that's an add-on.
Okay, so one thing I want to check is, So I would note in here that implementing 165 is optional, right? I think.
It is it is required for each individual ones, but I don't want to make one universal identifiers for all of them. So
No, I know.
yeah,
What I mean is
it
like
is must.
oh, okay. So
It is a
if
must.
so like let's
I-
say a 712 contract that has the Open Zeppelin mint and burn functions, but doesn't have 165 support for this interface ID is not compliant with the standard.
It's not.
Okay, would you want it to be?
I think this generally. Okay, can you put a comment there? I think this is a good feedback. Like we want to be, are you suggesting that we want to suggest, we want to kind of allow retroactive
Exactly, yeah.
recognition? Well, that's a good question. Like on the one side, I really want new ones to recognize it. On the other hand,
Yeah.
we also want the old one to be compatible. Yeah, this probably go into the ERC20. I can say like since this block.
I would just say should, like new implementations of this should support the ERC 165. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. I guess we will go and take a look at your discussion thread and make sure there's no open discussions. Minting and burning typical actions for creating and destroying tokens. Yeah, I read that already. So mint has a 2 and amount. Yep. Okay.
Are you looking at the discussion thread or are you looking at the GitHub?
I'll be going to the discussion thread in a second. I'm just quickly reading through the solidity here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So must operate with respect to the. Okay, so I would expand what number 6 means a little bit more here. Just because like it must operate with respect to, I think, isn't exactly clear enough. Expand.
That's spec, right? Spec number 6.
Yep. Yeah.
Can you put down the spec number 6 or?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want to repeat.
No, I know. It's just
itself. Should I just like copy and quote?
let me take a look at how EIP 721 defines it, and then.
I don't want to reword it. I don't want to create a different way to describe the same behavior.
Yeah, no, I know. Transfers the ownership, blah blah blah. Alliance message.
Yeah, it's basically saying like you have to have a dysfunction. You have to respond a magic cache hash, and then to identify that you can receive functions. But yeah, I thought that was straightforward for people who are like implementing the ERC 721 and 1155, but it's, yeah, I agree with you. It's better to be more clear.
Yeah, SafeMint must implement the same receiver restrictions as safe transfer as defined in EIP 721. I think that is more clear. I think, is it safe transfer or safe transfer from, or both?
Both
safe transfer.
are safe transfer from, which add a yeah, you see this all the time, like when having one method being added a new method. Yeah.
As safe transfer from there.
Yep.
Okay. So I think that'll make that more clear. Burn batch. All right.
Burn doesn't need to be safe.
Yeah. I'm just reading. When the token's being minted, transfer. Must increase accordingly. When the token's being burned. Okay, when the token is being burned, the transfer events must be emitted as if the token in the amount for EIP 20 and ERC 1155 and the token ID being ID for, okay. I think this should be transferred on line
Yeah.
74.
Good point. Yeah. Oh, you won't be able to leave a comment there?
No.
Yeah. Something needs to be improved on GitHub side.
Yeah, I think they do it on purpose. What line was that on? That was on 70, 73, 74. Transfer events must be made. No, and 68 as well. 68, 69. Yeah, okay, must operate, yep. And then it's possible that the interface. Yep, that makes sense. We have chosen not to create new events, but yep. Okay. This handles maintaining burning. That's perfect.
You don't allow us to do linking.
No,
I'm
so
just so
yeah.
I'm just using that, right?
Well,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, it's domain agnostic and neutral. I think girly is a place you can mention, right?
Yeah. Or I would qualify this as an external link. And until we, yeah, it's in the same way that like having the title of a book is an external link.
Can we? Yeah, let's debate it in another venue. Let's it's because EIPW doesn't complain.
Yes.
You must remove the reference implementation. I think that's going too far, bro.
I think
I think not all people want to share the source code in the asset directory, which has a very strict copyrighted requirement.
as long as like what license is it? I mean,
I can remove them and just put the core pieces. Like I don't feel there's a good requirement for it. It's under Apache 2.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Just stick that in there.
Now, Apache 2 is not 0, right? CC0
Oh,
is
I don't
completely
care.
different from my.
You like in the reference implementation directory, as long as it's not like GPL, I'm totally fine with it being in there.
Yeah, some people want GPL more than others. Some people hate GPLs. I've worked with people with both opinion. I'm sure there's different opinion within our editor groups as well. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to, I can just copy the piece of the implementation, but I think it's not very helpful because I think a runnable code is better than anything else.
Yeah, for sure.
So can we put that in the test net? Like I didn't even mention you have to get it there somewhere. So long as Ethereum exists, it's I know. It's non-changeable, right? If your argument is this can change, this cannot change.
Yeah, but I mean, like we're deprecating Ropsten, right? Like it's shutting down, and you won't be able to retrieve the stuff on it anymore. So if it's not on mainnet, arguably it isn't like
Okay, if I put it on mainnet, what would you like?
So
I'm willing to cost my money.
Until we have even then you wouldn't have the source code on mainnet, right? You just have the compiled bytecode. So like, yeah.
With the blob.
So until we have an external links policy, which we're working towards, you cannot link to it. It has to be in the assets directory.
We have some good debate to come. I'm going to talk to you in our tomorrow's meeting.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one, that's for sure. If you want.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's Apache 2. You can put it in the assets directory if you want, and I will fight Panda Pip for you if you want.
I have too many EIPs that I want to get through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for the feedback. I think that's very helpful. I can remove them if you want them to be removed for now. Like I can just say like find your own implementation reference.
Well, it's
policy
optional.
allowed.
Yeah. You can
It's
just
optional.
you can just remove the section if you want.
Okay.
So I have
Yep.
to leave a few minutes early. I have another meeting coming up I have to get ready for. So thanks everybody for coming out. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Sam, for taking time to go through all these proposals. Maybe one last proposal, if you get a chance to look into one, there is 2612, which is waiting to be moved towards final. So if you could look into that async, that would be super helpful.
I will. Thanks.
Thank you. See you all in 2 weeks. Have a good one, everyone.
Okay, bye now.